Hey, Salam alaikum. Should we go ahead and get started? It's 9:02. Let's see.
Whenever you wish, it's fine with me. I
Okay.
don't mind waiting if that's what you want to do also.
Could you repeat that? Sorry.
I don't mind waiting or I don't mind starting, whatever you choose, it's fine with me.
Let's go ahead and get started.
Okay.
I have to make some adjustments here. I didn't get done with this all the way, but I think we have most of it. So, all right, good. Okay, so this basically, we're kind of going to review the present tense. I didn't look at your homework yet. I'll do that, inshallah, before dinner time. But these are the pronouns. I think we can add these also to our thing. The mutakallim, or first person, the mukhatib, and the ghaib. If you want, you can go ahead and read them. I think you know them, but you can go ahead and read them. Starting anywhere you want.
Okay, you're talking about what exactly do you want me to read?
These pronouns here. Let me do this.
Oh, just the pronouns. Okay.
A little above, and then I think I have a directions. There you go. Yes, go ahead, please.
Okay. Okay, so the first person pronouns, I can't read that word after first person.
المتكلم.
Okay. Okay. I is أنا. We, نحن, or yeah, نحن.
Yes.
Second person, is that say الخاطب?
Yes.
Okay.
المخاطب. المخاطب. Sorry.
Okay, المخاطب. You for male, أنت, two males. Is it two males or you for two males, correct?
Correct.
أنتما, you for three or more males. أنتم, you for a female. أنتِ, you both two females. And أنتما, and you
Yes.
for three females. أنتن.
أنتن. Yes.
Oh, أنتن. Okay, and then the third person, is it الغائب?
Yes.
Okay, he is who? She for both females. You pronounce that هما? هما. Then them for male, hum. She, هي. They for two females is هما. And they for females, هن.
That's correct. All right, good job. All right, I'm just adding the tishkil because you were like, I don't know how to say this word, so I was like, let me add them. Why is it doing that? Yeah, there we go. المتكلم المخاطب الغائب. All right, good. Okay, so here we have some examples from the Quran, and so in the present tense, he, huwa, the example here is I'm using is yaktubu, which means what?
He writes.
Yes. And
He
so,
writes.
yep, very good. And so from this verse here, I would like you to please identify the something analogous to this in terms of he present tense is doing something.
Okay. So I guess the present tense verb would be يوسوس.
Yes, very good. Which means what?
To he whispers,
Yes.
right?
Yes, very good. All right. And then they both, male, huma, that's the pronoun, yaktubani. And then in this verse, واللذان يأتيانها منكم فآذوهما فإن تابا وأصلحا فأعرضوا عنهما إن الله كان توابا رحيما.
Okay, to identify the.
Yeah, the similar to yaktubani.
Okay. Okay. So it's gonna be يأتيانها. No. No.
Yes, that is.
It is.
What happened here? Yeah, what happened here? It's really right here to here. I'll just
Yeah.
highlight it. And then
Yeah.
over
And
here,
then
this is an object pronoun and added to it. Let's do that in a different color.
it's like adding it.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then basically
There's
that,
another one.
yes, that one. Yes. The that ha here is a reference to a previous verse because we don't know what the ha is referring to at this point. It's like he did it, and then you're like, well, what does it mean, right? And then so you'd have to see from context or something else. In this particular case, if two persons among you commit it, and then here I put in the parentheses, I added that's for the previous verse, which is fahisha. All right, good. If two persons among you committed lewdness, punish them both, but if they repent and reform, leave them alone. All right. So we highlighted that one. All right, and then whom. You can go ahead and read the example and then find it.
Okay, the example is يكتبون. Yeah, يكتبون. I have to read the ayah too.
I can read it. الذين يؤمنون بالغيب ويقيمون الصلاة ومما رزقناهم ينفقون. This one has a few. Let's see if you can get all of them.
Okay, so الذين يؤمنون. That's the first one.
Yes, very good.
Maybe. And then the next one is, what is this? How do you say this? يقيمون.
ويقيمون الصلاة.
Okay, that's the next one. ويقيمون. And then is that وينفقون?
Yes, ينفقون. Very good.
ينفقون or ينفقون?
ينفقون. Well, usually in the end of the sentence, we don't pronounce the last tashkil.
Okay.
So it is ينفقون, but usually, in Arabic, you won't say the tashkil there. Maybe I should highlight these ones.
You don't say the harakat at the end if you're
Correct.
gonna stop or if you're gonna continue.
If you're gonna stop, then you don't say it. You just
Okay.
you end on sukun.
Okay.
Yeah. And then those who believe, we'll just highlight all these guys in here. Perform. This isn't a perfect process, but because it's not a great translation, but that's fine. All right. So the next one here, you can start all the way at top here.
Okay. She here, and the example is تكتب. Can you read the ayah? I don't want to butcher it.
فأتت به قومها تحمله قالوا يا مريم لقد جئت شيئا فريا.
Okay. Okay. تحمله.
تحمله. Yes.
Oh, تحمله.
Yeah, maybe it's
تحمله.
تحمله. And the same thing has happened here to the يأتيانها from above. What's happened here is also we have a object added to it. So I will highlight those both separately.
Also, what is that little symbol that comes after the dhammas?
Oh, so that basically that's unique. That's specific to Quran, and that basically is you can pause there if you want, or you can continue it all the way. So you could read فَأَتَتْ بِهِ قَوْمَهَا تَحْمِلُهُ, or if you continued it. So if I said تحمله, then I just pause on a sukun, تحمله. Or if I continue to be فأتت به قومها تحمله قالوا يا مريم لقد جئت شيئا فريا. So if I continue it, then I do the who on there, who. If not, it just ends in تحمله versus تحمله.
Okay.
All right. Then she came. There were people carrying him. That's kind of the gist of how it's all working, but it's not perfect. All right. Please continue.
Oh, okay. Okay, for two females. Ma?
Yes.
That's تكتبان.
Yes.
Can you read the verse?
ولما ورد ماء مدين وجد عليها I'm sorry. ولما ورد ماء مدين وجد عليه أمة من الناس ولما ورد ماء مدين وجد عليه أمة من الناس يسقون ووجد من دونهم امرأتين تذودان قال ما خطبكما قالتا لا نسقي حتى يصدر الرعاء وأبونا شيخ كبير. So this one has one in there that matches this.
Okay.
This is what I can think of also. But then there's probably others.
Okay, okay. So I'm looking.
ولما ورد
Okay. It's is it so I don't know how to pronounce this. Is it the Tadawdani?
Yes, Tadudan.
How do you say that again?
Tadudan.
Tadawdan.
Tadudan. And that is basically that's 100% right. That is right here. And it's waiting on the side. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. And hunna.
Okay, hunna. يكتبنا.
Yes.
Okay. Can you read the verse?
قال رب السجن أحب إلي مما يدعونني إليه وإلا تصرف عني كيدهن أصب إليهن وأكن من الجاهلين.
Okay.
قال رب السجن أحب إلي مما يدعونني إليه وإلا تصرف عني كيدهن أصب إليهن وأكن من الجاهلين.
Is it يدعوني?
Yes, يدعونني.
Oh, yeah,
This one
totally,
also,
yes.
yeah, I could, some of these, I wanted to get them without any of the object pronouns, but I'm sure
That's
they're out
fine.
there, but I couldn't remember them.
What
Sometimes.
threw me off is the two dots. It looks like a ta.
Yes, yes. Oops. Control Z. He said, this is Yusuf. My lord, prison is more desirable to me than what they call me. I guess we say, than what they call me. So this, the call is the yellow part, and then me, that's where the blue comes in. Yad'unani. So what's interesting here is if we look at yeah, so here in this example at the bottom here, oh, you know what? This one is not actually this one is not an example of it. That's what happened here. Let me double check something here real quick. This is actually something interesting. Let me see. So yeah, it is. All right. So this does confirm it. This is an example, but let me just because that one was a little bit confusing. That's the only one I could think of off the top of my head or find or whatever really quick. But going back to this thing here, if we look, they're eating, right? The masculine and female plurals are yakulun and yakulna, right? And so the difference here is this wow for the males. The presence of this wow for hum yakulun and the absence of this wow in hunna yakulna. Are you following with me?
Where are you
Like that,
looking? They're eating.
at the bottom of the screen.
Yeah.
So let's look here again. So the difference here, yeah. The difference here
Oh,
between,
okay.
yeah, these two guys right here is there's hum and hunna, right? And hum yakulun and hunna yakulna. So yakulun has this wow and yakulna does not. Right?
Okay. Yes. Okay. You're looking at the male humma and then the plural male hum. I was getting confused between the female. So, okay, one has the wow and one has the lam alif. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, the only difference in them is the wow. Other than that, if we remove the wow from yakulun, it becomes yakulna.
So the plural male, is that like two or more males? Yakuluna.
That's three or more. Yeah, three or more yakulun.
And then
And then,
huma is two.
Yeah, but I'm looking at the bottom too. Is it not highlighting on your end? Is it not showing?
I'm seeing the bottom one, the plural male. That's all you've highlighted, correct?
No, maybe it didn't go do it right. All right, let's try this again. So this one in red is the male. And then this purple one below it is the female. Yakunna. Do you see two arrows?
No, I just see one arrow.
Oh,
Maybe
really?
I need to scroll down. Okay, you know, I needed to scroll down, sorry.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, I was looking at two different things
All right.
before.
Cool.
I didn't see
All right.
that.
Okay, so basically the difference between the red arrow and the purple arrow is yakulun and yakunna. And that's for three males versus three females.
Okay.
Right? Yeah.
Yes.
And so in this particular example from the
Yes.
Quran, the yad'un, this wow in the female is generally speaking not present. It would have been yad'unna, yad'unnani, but because this particular verb, it has a harf illa in it, a wow, or ends in a wow, yeah, or fatha, we retain the wow regardless of that it's a female. I didn't want we'll talk about that later. I just wanted to highlight that all the in another example, if it was there wouldn't have been this wow here. It would have just
Okay.
similar like this thing right here, yakunna. It would just end right there without an extra wow. Here in this particular case, it does. All right.
So because yad'u or da'a, because it has a wow at the end? Da'a?
Yes, that's exactly why. Because da, where did I go? This is da ends in an aleph, the past, and all of the and so it has the aleph is, and then that's the past tense. Present tense is yad'u, ends with the wow, and so the verbs that end in wow, aleph, or ya, their conjugation is slightly different on a few things, as we notice here. But it's very minor differences, such as the one we saw right there. Okay, let's go ahead and go to this one right here.
Okay.
We'll cover that in more detail later on. There's a whole section on past tense and present tense when it comes to these verbs that end in alif or have alif, wow, and ya.
Okay, for you male, it's anta, and that's taktibu, taktubu.
Yes.
Can you read the ayah?
ربنا وآتنا ما وعدتنا على رسلك ولا تخزنا يوم القيامة إنك لا تخلف الميعاد. This one has a couple in it, but you just have to get one of them because only one of them really follows this particular format up here.
Okay, could it be
ربنا وآتنا ما وعدتنا على رسلك ولا تخزنا يوم القيامة إنك لا تخلف الميعاد.
okay, so I'm not sure which one follows the is it tukhzina or
Yeah.
tukhlifu?
Yes, it's tukhlifu that follows it exactly.
Yeah.
Because it ends in the dhamma. Tukhzina is like a command or request, and whenever we have command or request, and we're going to cover this later, the ending tashkil will not be a dhamma usually. It'll change if it becomes so la tukhlifu. So is surely you never break. So here's break. You never break a promise. La tukhlifu al-mi'ad. And then this tukhsina is or Lord, give us what you have promised us through your messengers, and do not disgrace. So it's a request. You never break a promise over here. That is just kind of like an imperative statement. I'm just making a statement. I believe the word is imperative. And then, but when I say do not disgrace us, that's a request or fail amr. We'll cover that later. And that one is, so here, tuksina is disgrace us. La tuksina, do not disgrace us. And the because it's a request, the tashkil kind of changes at the end. Just to show you kind of, real quickly, since we're already talking about this, but don't worry about it. We're going to talk about it more later. But that's what this is. Jasiv, Mudar, Majzum. So we'll see, like, if you look here, for example, here's Yaktubu up top here. That's what we're studying now. But then you'll see the subjective and suggestive, all the endings change. So instead of here it's Yaktubu, but then in subjective or Mudar and Mansub, it's Yaktuba. And then in Jasiv, or I don't even know if that's how you say it, but Mudar and Majzum is Yaktuba. Yaktubu, Yaktuba, Yaktub. But anyways, I don't want to cause any confusion. That's just that's the background on this tuksina there. All right, antuma.
Okay, antuma. Taktubani.
Yes. فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان. So which of your words must you deny? فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان.
So tukadhiban and tukadhiban because we're ending the ayah?
Yes, very good. Tukadhiban, yes. Instead of tukadhiban, yeah, I forgot about that. All right, which of your Lord's marvels will you deny? So tukadhiban is like kedib, right, which is like lie, and then kadzaba is to like deny or to reject along those lines. All right, good. So let's see here. Antum taktubun. All right. This is not an example of this. Just give me a second here. Let me think about this. Because I want to get a third person one. So third person one. It's third person, male. So let's just here. No, we did do this. Oh no, it's you. Okay, yeah, that one. There's many examples. We're just trying to find something that might jump out at us. All right, so Saf's husband, and then here we go. Very good. After, and this one is you, plural, masculine. Very weird. This is verse 61. Nice. All right. Okay. Antum, yep, taktubun. Yeah. And so this verse, I'll just read real quick. I don't know why this little thing out here, but whatever. Wait, Qala Musa liqawmi, ya qawmi inna. Oh wait, no, I didn't copy it. Did not copy it. Did I copy it?
Okay. Are you going to read that ayah?
I'll do it, but you can go ahead and start with Antum.
Okay. Okay. Antum. And then تكتبون.
Yes,
And
taktubun.
then do you like pronounce every single dhamma? Yeah. تكتبون.
Yes.
تكتبون. Okay.
Yeah. So here it's يا أيها الذين آمنوا لما تقولون ما لا تفعلون. يا أيها الذين آمنوا لما تقولون ما لا تفعلون.
Okay. تقولون
Yes.
تفعلون.
Yes, very good. All right. So here it's say, it's تقولون, and do. Oh wait, do not do.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, you who believe, why do you say what you do not do? And the. All right, let me think about this. That's a tough one. I don't know, because that one would have to be. See, I can think of one from, but it's not the right tense. That's كنت من الخاطئين. Dual. We don't want dual. I can't think of one for that one. I'll have to look. This one's a tough one. There's other examples, but not this specific tense in this format. So like what's stuck for you is present tense, but it's command form. What's stuck for you? And then because it would have to be basically present tense where somebody isn't communicating with something that's female, whether it's an individual person or or like a feminine object, like the earth or something like that. All right, so I don't have one for that, but it kind of sucks. I couldn't find one, but Antunna, let's see. That one's past tense, but even that one, I don't know if I can think of, because it has to be. Those are all past tense. That's why I didn't finish. I guess those ones I don't have it, but we're gonna have to skip these two. I'll try to figure it out and then see if I can find something. But in both of these, I couldn't find it. All right, let's go to this one then. This one has it in there, but it's like, all right. Oh, wait, no. We can get it. Okay, there's an easy one for this one. We're gonna go to easy.
Yes.
There we go. There's no reason this one, because these ones are actually going to be very easy, right? So. Let me get the translation here. One touching one. All right, go ahead, please.
Eyes, أنا.
Yes.
And the examples أكتب.
قل أعوذ برب الفلق. I seek refuge in the Lord of the daybreak.
So the verb would be أعوذ.
Yes, very good.
So I had a question about the I noticed that, like, for example, in the homework there was the word kharaja, and then there was the symbol on top of the alif. I don't see it on this example, but it's like a
Oh, the
they didn't
Hamza?
have the hamza. No, it wasn't the hamza. It was like almost like a squiggly line.
Oh, on yeah, it's good that you noticed that. I noticed that later. I was like, oh man. So basically, you're talking about
Yeah, like that one I'm eating. That
yeah.
symbol right. Yeah, that symbol.
So basically,
Is that like
yeah, this is what is happening here. It's it's kind of like this. The general logic. This is a general logic what's happening here. Let me switch it to allocating. So it is what we do to make so this is the Tekela is the past tense, he ate, and then I'll take that, and then what I do is I have 4 letters I can add in front of it to make it present tense. The Hamza, Noon, right? And then we have yeah, and what else?
Kaf.
Yeah. Okay. And so, so if it's another verb, for example, like kharaja. Okay. Then I would go like, and I would make it like akhruju to make it I leave. So he left, and then I add this the Hamza Alif thing here. With akala, it already has one there, and so what essentially has happened in the logic is it became like this. It was like, okay, I will add for we eat, I'll go nakulu. I'm just adding the noon, and then for he eats, it'll be yakulu, and then like you eat, to man, or she eats, it'll be takulu. So then it's like, okay, I need to add to make it me, I eat. It'll be like takulu, like this. And then when these hamzas are back to back like this, this is how it goes in Arabic. When we have these hamzas, oops, I guess it doesn't work that if I use that for the keyword. but let me see if I can do this with the equals. I have this method on my keyboard. I just ought to be. Oh, here we go. All right, I found it. Good. So that's what happens. Yeah, when we do the hamza back to back, it becomes like that. And you'd find that in like al-an, and it's just you say it a little bit longer. So like, where is al-an? Actually, that one surah we were reading. Let's see if we can find it. So that's what happened there, but
I think I did it wrong then in the homework for the ana. I think I went back and I did long.
okay.
What is that symbol called?
Yeah, it's called a med.
Oh yeah, this med, it's also in the Quran. It's like where you have to mid for like 5 seconds or 3 seconds.
Yeah, there's different ones. Yes. There's different ones, but like.
But for the med in this situation, it's for any verb that starts with alif. So then a double alif or double.
We have to have two hamzas back to back.
Oh, okay, the hamza.
Yeah. Unless so here actually this is interesting that we just kind of came up. This is a completely unexpected. So here we're not combining them. It's andatum. But in that case with the ekel, that's because this first one, this is like by itself it's standing. This is for asking a question, the first one. And the second one is the beginning of the word. Okay, so here's another one. here's another one. So this is an example of that too. The same med. It would be like so the past tense is amana, like amana, and then oh no, that one's okay. That's not a good example of it, because that's how it is anyway. Sorry, but that's essentially the same thing happening there. It's this double hamza situation, but I think we'll probably cover that later on also.
Okay.
All right. All right. So this one also we should be able to find this with Fatha pretty easily. I think we've already covered this, and then I think we can probably stop there. I'll try to find that other one, but oh, here we go. Switch keywords. I have to do this thing, otherwise it messes up the font. Like if I directly copy it from the web. This is 1.5. Okay.
Read it? Like,
yes.
you want me to read it? Okay, it's nahnu. And then the example is naktubu.
And you can read this. This is from Syllabus.
Okay, إياك نعبد وإياك وإياك نستعين.
Very
No,
good.
no, yes, نستعين. And then the نحن verb would be نعبد and
Yeah,
نستعين.
very good. Excellent. Yep, that's exactly it. I gotta find those email ones, but I'll update this document. And I just wanted to, the purpose of this was we just wanted to tie some things back to the brand. One of the person's message, he said he can make it. I think only you and Oasis, who he was on, he's been pretty consistent, but he had some stuff he had to do for work today. Are the only ones who are keeping up the homework. And the thing is, like, I mean, we could do a new chapter every time, but really everything has to it has to be reinforced and it has to be fluent or fluid, maybe fluent. It has to be like, reflex before we can keep adding other chapters because we're essentially, we want to complete this table, right? And I know I mentioned this last week, but we want to cover all these things. And all these things for that one word, starting with ketaba or ekela or karaja, if I say it or you say it, I should be able to say all these other variations of it and understand the difference between all of them, like, very easily.
No, I
These
don't
are,
mind going slow and the practice. Like I
yeah,
appreciate that you put past tense on there
yeah,
because I'm trying to learn all of the harakat and it takes a really long time because I'm trying to get them stuck in my head, but it's not, it's very complex.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah. So yeah, and it takes time. It's fine. We don't have to like rush it. We'll probably also do present tense again next week, and maybe we'll do a
yes,
review
it's
where
good.
we'll go back and forth and we can play around with it and be like, hey, I'm not sure exactly what I'll do, but we'll probably do something. What I'm thinking is we'll do something next week where it's like we're bouncing back and forth a little bit between present and past tense, so that we build that reflex in there where you can jump back and forth. Because right now we've been going very much in order. So instead of doing that, what we want to do is something basically instead of going like 3 times 3 is 3 and 9, 3 times 4 is 12, 3 times 5 is 15. Maybe it'll be like, what's 3 times 4? What's 6 plus 6? So now we've jumped
Yeah.
saying different things and we're not going in order. We're kind of going randomly at anything. That's where we want to be, where we can just fly on any one of them. And ultimately, that's what we want to do with both of these larger tables, because these tables are the base tables, and then there are, like I said, some variations for the words that have long vowels in them, wow, aleph, or yeah, and we'll cover those, but it's very, very minor differences from this. And most of them, you'll automatically do them anyway, because it's pretty much just pronunciation-wise, it's easier. It's easier to say yadolnani instead of yadolni, right? That's usually
Yeah.
what happens with those long vowel situations. That's why in that one thing was yadolnani instead of yadolni or yadolnini. It was like, it's easier to say it that way.
No, it's the conjugation is very complex
Yeah.
compared to anything that.
Okay.
Did
All
you
right.
ever study did you ever study Spanish?
I studied French, and I remember some conjugation, but it was a long time ago. I didn't go that far. I think you went pretty far in Spanish. I didn't go that far in Spanish.
Yeah, yeah, like the conjugation is so simple in Spanish. It's like 5 different pronouns and it's so it's this is way more complex. So it's taking me a long time to process everything. So I don't mind the practice and then this double Hamza thing, the double Hamza thing is also
Yeah, sorry about that.
it's new. No, it's okay.
Yeah,
It's good.
I forgot about that. I
Okay.
didn't realize it till this morning. I was like, oh man, that had the double hums in it. But
And then I had a um yeah, so for the verb fa'ala, um I
Fada.
think I wrote like yeah, for the homework. Um the I wrote for my homework, how do you pronounce anaf? No, never mind. Well, okay, so I think for fa'ala, for in the ana form, is it, how do you say it? How do you pronounce it correctly?
أفعل.
Is it af'alu or because there's two dhammas in the ana form, correct? Right?
Yes, it's أفعل.
There's two. So how do you
No,
pronounce
no,
the first
no.
dhamma?
What? Oh, you know what? I see what you did. Sorry. Um. Yeah. Let me think about this. So.
Is it is it like ana
Yeah.
af'ulu?
All the verbs. Yeah. You know what? I didn't. I was hoping we could avoid this till later, but this is essentially so here, right here, all of them, the second letter, like not the second letter, the third letter here, right? All of them they have the dhamma. That's what you're talking
Yeah.
about.
Yes.
But in Arabic, that all depends on the verb. And
Oh,
and yeah, so yours are going to be so all these ones are, it should be af'alu. The ayn has a fatha on it. Let me think about this. So sharaba. So wait a second. Oh yeah, because these are the past tense ones. So the past ones are those are good. Then the af'alu. So these ones, all the ayns have fatha on it. And akhruju, that one happens to have the dhamma on it. And adkhulu,
yeah.
that's also a dhamma verb. Aktubu is also adhabu. Yeah, so adhabu is also, it should be a fatha there. Let me think about, all right, so let's say, all right, if that's the case, then I think next time,
But
and the way
it's
that,
not supposed to have a dhamma because it just sounds wrong. It sounded incorrect.
yes, it is incorrect. So it should have been afadu and it should be adhabu. And the way that happens is basically, there's not necessarily any logic on it. This is just how the Arabs say that word.
Okay.
There's no way to like derive it. You just have to memorize it that way. So
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. Because I
Sorry
wrote
about
for the haba, I also wrote adhubu, and I was like, wow, I've been saying it wrong all these years.
that. No, so you got it right. So next time maybe I can kick it off. So next time if I do a verb, because we'll talk about that later on, but essentially what you'd have to do is you have to memorize it. So like here, for example, I gave the past tenses of these guys, right? And then maybe next time what I'll do is I'll write the first one in present tense with the tashkil. That probably, yeah, that would have solved it.
Yeah.
Then you would have known aktubu, adhabu, akhruju, adkhulu, af'alu. That's what it is. Because that's the way it's going to have to get memorized on any word in Arabic. You'll just have to memorize it. Because, all right, let me think about it. If there's anything different, there's adhabu, that could be akulu, adhabu. Is there afidu ever? No. No, I think it's only going to be those two options. There's a book about that I'm hoping we're going to cover after we get through all of these. That goes into it. This is called Salsa Muesa. This one goes into the construction of words, of individual words. Because right now what we're doing is we're doing how the words will interoperate with each other. So for example, like no, there's some good tables in here. Yeah. So those are the irregular ones. These are also irregulars. But okay, so there are some irregular ones. So this is actually a good example. So here we have yarithu. If you look here,
What is that?
yarithu right there. See that? That one has, for example, a kasra on that one. And so the other ones we were looking at was like yakhruju and yadhabu. So it's like a dhamma. Or these ones right here, these are irregulars. And these ones also, these particular irregular ones, they only have 3 letters in the mudari for the singular. And that's one of the reasons they're called mudari shad. Yab'asu, Yab'isu. So here's another one, Yab'isu. So this one, see, this one also, it went E, Yab'isu. Anyways, we don't, like, this is all, like, you know, much later on, but that's a different topic altogether. But we just have to memorize how it is. So I'll do this for the next homework. I'll write up some homework. Everything looking at this at cursory glance looks good, except for those things that you had already mentioned that you, and then I think, actually, you know what? These ones are also these ones also. These should all be shariba, shariba, sharibu, sharibat. All these ones should be. Sometimes it could be like labasa. That's labasa. But this one is shariba. It's not sharaba.
Oh.
And that, actually, I did have it in there, but it's okay. That one, oh wait, labisa. Okay, no. Listen. Yeah. So they both should have had them. The labasu and labisu, they have different meanings. One of them is to like be confused. No, not confused. Mix. Labisa is like to mix, and labasa is to mix, and then labisa is to wear. And so here, the difference is labasa. But this one works for a different verb, but that particular verb I was talking about. So this one doesn't mean clothing. This means to like mix.
Oh, and you meant to wear?
Yeah, hold on. Let me just look up something here. Quick, 1 second. Okay, so no, I made the mistake. You did it. Or they both? This. I'm just gonna go look at the description. You might have. Maybe it's me. There is a difference in them, but what am I missing up here? So this is labisa. It is, yeah. So that's what I put in there. Yeah, labisa is square. And then labasa is to intermingle or mix. Yeah, so I get it right. So what I put in there was labisa, which is wear, and then shaliba. Because this one, like I was showing you here in the Quran, and oh, you know what? So this is interesting. This particular thing, I think the past tense is, that's what happened. So here, labisa is to wear, and then it's Oh, yes, yes, yes. This one went opposite. That's why. Yeah, this one. And then this one. Oh, they went opposite. Okay. So anyways, just I don't want to make it confusing, but I was confused myself. But this one, it's labasa. This usually doesn't happen. This usually doesn't happen. This seems to be, maybe it does, I don't know the frequency. But if we look here, this is labisa, and then the present tense, it went yalbasu. And this one, it's labasa, and then the present tense, it's yalbisu. So I'll need to add those for moving forward, because see, this one, it's a fatha in the past tense, and then a kasra in the present, and this one goes the opposite. This one goes kasra and fatha. But anyways, all these things, they basically have to be memorized. They can't be, there's no way to derive it logically. So in your thing, what happened here is I assigned labisa, and then in your homework, what you did was you took labisa and you just did it basically for labasa. So that's fine. Yeah. You just, all right. Okay. Sorry about all that confusion, but I think we're good now. And we went way over, but do you have anything else? Did you want to comment or anything? I'll send some stuff out.
No.
And then, yeah.
That was good. And I do appreciate the practice of the past and present tense. I don't mind that. I think that's great. And then I think next time I'll look a little bit closer at the harakat that you put in the homework. But even if I
Yeah.
saw the harakat, it wouldn't have made a difference for me. I would have still done the homework the same way. I wouldn't have known that there's two different meanings based on the harakat for
Yeah.
like, for
It's very,
example.
but the difference in meaning that can impact. But all right, okay, cool. All right, I'll send
Thank you
this out.
so
And then
much.
yeah, thank you. All right, Assalamu alaikum, thank you.
Walaikum assalam.
All right.